Hi everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome. Today's project is going to be this cute little birthday treat bag. This is the project I'm sharing today. Let's get started with this. Alright, so what we're going to need for this is you're going to need some designer series paper, and I'm using again the birthday bouquet. I've showed this in several of my other videos. This is my favorite designer series paper. It's in our occasions catalog, and there's so many beautiful pieces. I've used so much of this paper. Let's go ahead and get started. This piece is 6 by 9.5, and then this piece is 9 1/8 by 1 1/4. And then you're also going to need a piece of window sheet that's 2 3/4 by 3. So let's go ahead and score this, and make sure when you score this, if you're using a print, that the print is going the right way. So we're going to score on the 9.5 inch side first, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. And when you're doing the designer series paper, you don't have to go back and forth. Just go one time and it scores it really nicely. And then we are going to score it at 3. Oh, no, not 3, 3.5. So it's 1/2 and 3.5. And then we're going to score it at 5. And then at 8. Okay, so now we're ready to turn it, and then we're going to score this at 4 and 5.5. Well, I like to make sure these are straight because it does make a difference. Okay, so that is it for our scoring. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to show you where to cut. So what you're going to do is we're going to cut this whole section right here off. So let's go ahead and do that. And save this because you can punch little flowers off of it or use it for something else. And then we're going to cut up each one of these. And then on here, we're not going to need these little bottom flaps here. There's one here and one on here and also on that one, but we're going to just cut the ones off on these two. And then I'm going to cut in on these so these fold in better. Oh, that one I didn't get too good. Okay. So it's going to look like that right now. Oh, I want to cut these also, just so it folds in a little better, because it's going to fold inside your box. So let me sharpen these score marks. And you don't have to use your bone folder. You can if you like. It folds really nicely with your fingers, and it stays pretty sharp. Okay, so before I do anything else, I want to cut the hole in it, and we're going to put the hole right here in the front of the box where this little flap is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our circle framelits, and if you're counting from the center, it's the 1, 2, 3, it's the 4th one from the center. So I just did a video recently of how to use the Big Shot. You are going to center this in the center here, and then do it more to the bottom because we're going to put a little border up here. So do it closer to the bottom, but make sure you have enough space here. And then we're going to center and run it through the big shot. And I'm going to just pause for a minute and I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our hole cut out there, and this is the perfect time to use your magnetic platform. So in the video that I did, you could go back to it. It's my Back to Basics Part 8 and it's on the big shot. So if you need to know how to do that, you can just refer to that video. So then I'm going to take the window sheet and we're going to put it on the inside. And I'm just going to put some snail all around this little window. And then I'm going to set this and so there you have your window in there. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'll grab my little border here, and what I'm using is just a little scalloped border, and I'm just going to punch that. You can use any border that you like. I always like to start in the middle. That's a really good tip. And someone actually taught me that, and I'm really glad I learned it. Okay, let's get this mess out of the way. And we have our little border. So I am going to just put some fast fuse on here because I want this to stay really well. And we're going to line it up to the very edge here. It's not going to come all the way to the edge. If you want it to, that's fine. It doesn't need to because it's going to be tucked behind here. And then I'm just going to sharpen these score marks we made with my fingers. So these are nice and sharp. You can use your bone folder for this. And then we're going to apply adhesive to our tab here. Use a strong double-sided or your fast fuse. So line up your edges. And then you can just fold the bottom in and you can tuck this in. If you're putting anything heavy in it, like I put those Hershey's Kisses, I would run a piece of adhesive, some snail or your fast fuse along the bottom there, and then tuck it in and close it up. You just want to make sure it doesn't, you hand it to someone and it doesn't all fall out. So there it is. So let's get stamping. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm using some soft suede and some Blushing Bride. And the stamp sets that I'm using for this is going to be the Balloon Celebration, and I'm using the small balloon. And I'm using the Happy Birthday to You from our Celebration Party Pans. Now, I want to let you all know March 31st and Celebration, and if you had your eye on any of the Celebration products or any of the Occasion catalog products, you need to do that pretty quickly because time is running out. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp our small balloon with some Blushing Bride. I did the wrong one. I did the border. I need to clean that out. My brain still is not working. I am sorry. I'm still feeling pretty weak from being sick, but I wanted to get a video out for y'all. So, all right, let's try this again. So you need the solid balloon to do this. So let's go ahead and stamp the balloon first, and then we're going to use soft suede for the little outline that outlines it. And hopefully I'm going to get it right because I can't get over it. There we go. And then while we're at it, I'm going to just cut this so it makes it easier for me to get it into the punch. And then I'm going to punch the happy birthday to you. Not punch it, stamp it on here. And for the happy birthday, I'm using this 1 1/4 scallop punch. And I am going to sponge the edges with the soft suede here. And then we'll just go ahead and punch our balloon. And it's this coordinating balloon punch that we have in the Celebration catalog. So we have our balloon. I'm going to grab some dimensionals and some linen thread. And the linen thread is for our balloon string. And how I did this is I just stick some snail on the back here. And then put your string and then your dimensional, and then we're just going to attach it to the top of the box here. And then you just want your string to hang down. We're going to cut it a little bit after we put our happy birthday to you on. So this will, I kind of made it curve a little bit, and then just set that on top there. And then I'm just going to cut the edge just down to the bottom so it kind of hangs out below it. So that's it. So just fill it with your favorite candies and you are ready to go. And actually I made some of my own little paper to put in the top because it just looked cute. But how you do that is you just cut tiny strips and you just run them through your crimper, paper crimper, and you can cut them whatever size you like. You can cut them in half. I usually cut maybe 6 inches at a time, and then just crinkle them up in your hand. They're just individual strips, and then just crinkle them all up and then just stick them in the top of your box. It just adds a little cuteness. So that's it for the project. If you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com, and you can shop online from my blog. So everyone, have a blessed day and have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.